say a quick hi before I start the tutorial. I know I've been away for ages. I just haven't had the time or the energy or the money to do tutorials. No, scratch the money thing, but yeah, I just haven't been able to get around to do it, guys. I'm going to try my hardest to do a few videos in the next few days, as I do have time, and let me know what you think, and I will see you in a second. Bye. I have my foundation already done, and for that one I wanted to keep the skin kind of modern looking. I don't want it heavily powdered or very heavy coverage or anything, so I just went for a light coverage using a Bobbi Brown Moisture Rich foundation. This is the light shade Alabaster, which is still too yellow for me, so I mixed that with the Sheer Veil, and this is in Porcelain. This one is from Kohl, but you can get it. Be Luscious does the same thing. A good few brands do the same thing. ScreenFace in the UK do it, but this gives a nice kind of luminous finish and also thins down the foundation, so it'll help you know, on those two counts. And then I applied that all over. I didn't powder anywhere except for powdered well on my eyelids, which will obviously make blending eyeshadows much of an easier job. And then so the first thing I do eyeshadow wise is this 17 eyeshadow trio, which I'm sure you've seen me use before. I've used it in plenty of tutorials, and I'm getting the nude colour and just apply that all over the lid. So next I get, I'm using my Daniel Sandler blending blush for this, and I'm getting the brown colour, and I'm going to just apply that all over the upper portion of my lid, leaving the highlight area free, but bringing it up to the eyebrow here on the inner corner and down along here. Actually, one place I did powder besides my eyes is just down here along the side of the nose, because I'm using this same brown as it's so light. I used that to contour down the side of my nose, and like I said, you really need to have a dry area when you're applying powder, otherwise it'll cake, it just, you know, it just won't look right and it won't blend right. And then using a thin pencil brush, I'm just applying the same brown underneath the eye. You just want to make sure that it's light, a really light brown, whatever you use under here, because you don't want it very dark and shadowy yet anyhow. Next, get a kind of light gold sandy colour. I'm using this Inglot gold. It is shimmer. You want something with shimmer in it, and apply that here just down the centre of your eyelid, and also apply it here to your inner corner. Okay, so I've just filled in my eyebrow, which my computer wouldn't allow me to film, but hey. And then if you need to soften it a bit, just get a spoolie and brush it through it, which will help disperse some of the powder. So I kept the eyebrows soft. I'm using powder to define them. I want them defined but soft, and I just thicken them up a tiny bit, more than what my own are, so I just brought it down a bit further. And now I'm just using a clear mascara just to set the hairs in place. For the highlight then, I'm mixing this colour here by Phase 2. It's very close to Shroom. I don't know the names of these colours because they didn't come with the palette. And then this kind of satin white. I'm just going to jump between the both of them and just lay that here underneath the arch for the highlight. Nothing too crazy or too high gloss, but it's, you know, still quite shiny. Yeah, I'm using MAC's Smoulder this time. I've completely run out of my Makeup Forever Black Aqua Eyes. Gone back to this MAC and I like it again. I kind of I forgot about it while I was going through my Aqua Eyes craze, but anyhow, I'm just gonna run this along my top lash line, keep it as close to the lashes as possible. all the way from inner to outer, but keep it extremely thin on the inner. And pop some underneath the lower lashes as well, about 2/3 of the way in. This is going to be smudged, so you don't have to be too careful with it. And then you can drag a little bit up here into your crease. Use the side of the pencil, and that way it'll be much softer. Okay, so using a pencil brush, this is the MAC 219. I'm going to start smudging that just above the top lash line. I use the brush again to smudge the under the lower lash line and pull this up over the crease. Sorry, my computer kind of cut that out. And then using this dark kind of aubergine brown from my Phase 2 palette and my 224 blending brush, any soft blending brush, I just applied that here to the outer corner and then blended it over the crease area. So to line my eye, I used liquid eyeliner. This one is the Bourjois one. And when I'm using one of these type that have this long neck here, I find that there tends to be a lot of product on it as you pull it out from the bottle. So the best thing to do there is just to kind of roll it on the back of your hand to take off as much of it as, well, to pretty much take it all off from there. That way you have a little kind of inkwell that you can use then for the application. You don't have to re-dip. When I'm applying eyeliner, this type, well, any eyeliner really, I always start in the center, because if you start on the inner corner, you're going to lay down too much product and you don't want it thick there, you want a really thin line there. So start in the center and then work your way out. And then when you've less product on the brush, you go to the inner corner. It just makes life easier on yourself. So do the body of it, just the eye length first, and then do the flick at the end if you are going to go for a flick. I'm going to go for this bronze colour. It's a Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. It's in 10L, and just run that there lightly along the... This is very, very soft, so you don't need to work too hard with it, but just lay it lightly there along the inner waterline. And these are waterproof as well, so it'll last longer than your general kohl. And then to finish off the eyeshadow, I'm just getting some more of that gold, the Inglot gold, and apply it a bit heavier than it was here on the inner corner. And then reapply in the centre of the lid if you need to. And then apply whatever mascara you want. I don't think this look has to be all about lashes, so just use whatever black mascara you're comfortable with. I'm just using my Daniel Sandler Baby Jet. Conceal under your eye where it's needed. I find sometimes it's better when you conceal after your eye makeup is done, because that way you don't overload your eye area with concealer and you literally only apply it where you need it. I'm just using a creamy one now. Lean it down with a concealer brush, this is a MAC one, and then just pat it in with my finger. Okay, for my face, I want to keep it, like I said, I don't want to keep it powdery and very matte or anything, but sometimes you will need to powder certain areas. So as I'm going to be contouring with a powder along this area, I'm just going to lightly just lay some powder down where the contour is going to go, because otherwise it won't blend properly, because obviously it would be going on like a creamy liquid surface where the foundation was. And then if you feel like you're a bit shiny anywhere else, feel free to powder, obviously. So just contour then. Concentrate the darkest colour up closer to your ear area, at the top of your ear. So that way it'll look less kind of bruise-like. And buff that in well. So you can see the difference there already. It doesn't need to be drastic, just, you know, give a little bit of shape to your face. So for my lips, I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow with that same gold shadow. So you can see there immediately it catches. And I put Vaseline on my lips, or not Vaseline, like a lip balm on my lips beforehand to soften them. And I'm just going to lightly highlight these two lines. It just helps bring out the mouth area again. And then apply whatever lipstick you want. I'm going to go for one of these Krylon guys from this palette. And I can't really decide now, so I suppose you'll see when it's done.